How is Ashley Young starting for Inter?
I don't know.
Like,
He's Ashley Young.
he just was celebrating so hardcore with Lukaku's
Every goal, he's just going nuts. I love
like
it.
Lukaku scored a goal, you just see him sprinting. Like, Ashley, relax.
He's probably.
Did you hear about Ashley Young though? What he did over the midweek?
What did he do?
He flew his favorite barber from Manchester to Milan to cut his hair.
He's hair?
Bald. He has no hair.
Just that one little hair up there. Just
I don't get I don't have much hair, but I do it myself. I don't fly a guy across Europe for it. Like,
I mean, when you got money, you got money. So.
you know, Jose Mourinho's on the sidelines laughing at the penalty not being awarded. He sits down and then he goes, "Wait, it's Sterling. Should be a second yellow."
So he wasn't really focusing on what was happening after that.
Yeah.
Until his assistant noticed, wait, there should be maybe
A second yellow.
Yeah.
for
So and then
Sterling.
Jose just loses his mind, goes to the
Charges after the fourth official.
yeah.
Is
He's like
one of my favorite clips I've seen for a long time.
classic
I'm gonna be
Jose.
honest. It was
It's like-
great. You could tell he was just so in the moment where his emotions went from one end to the complete other end of the spectrum. Like,
I really hope that like when he retires, he writes a book about his time in the Premier League. I think he's a couple books, but just like I
Yeah.
think he needs another one.
the man making his debut, Mr. Bergwijn.
I think it's Bergwijn.
Bergwijn, yes, he's from PSV.
He came from PSV.
Yeah,
He's a good
Eredivisie.
he's a Dutch winger. Love his little hand gesture thing. Love to see it. No, that was not even close to what it was, but okay.
So
That's
it's
okay.
one of the better debut goals I've seen
It's a
in
great
a while.
goal.
So I mean, to be fair, they were down a man, but who cares? It's
No,
a
it
goal,
was-
it's a goal, and it was a nice volley.
Yeah, since Waz is not here, he sent on his thoughts about this game particularly. So he said, "This match will go down as a Bundesliga classic. Emre Can had one of the best debut goals for a club since Bergwijn for Spurs, which happened like 6 days ago. It's not a mind-blowing, legendary event.
Since then, it's
Like,
6 days.
Who else made a debut since then? I don't know. When was the last time
City.
City lost 6 games in a season?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
4 or 5
But
years ago?
they've got to
Maybe
slightly
more?
rebuild and tweak some parts.
rebuild bullshit.
I don't want to say.
Lucas,
I'm
their
saying,
defense is shambolic.
look, I did say tweak.
Okay.
Okay, that's a better word.
I say retool is a better word to use than
Lucas,
rebuild.
they're starting Otamendi, who should not be near this squad, and Fernandinho, who's a defensive midfielder.
You know how much sympathy I have for that?
None.
Fair enough. None of us here have sympathy for this Manchester City. He's a bloody United fan. I just don't like Pep. Like, none of us have sympathy for this team. But you have to look at it as, how the hell did Pep and City let this team get to a state where Otamendi and Fernandinho are starting center
ran
backs?
some really bad injuries at the beginning of the year.
Bad injuries, 100%.
Did they rush Laporte too quickly because he played in like the cup matches
Yeah.
or something, and then now he hasn't been playing?
Stupid. Why would you play him in a cup game? It's worthless.
And for 90 minutes too.
It's worthless. Bruno
And for me,
Fernandes
that was-
does make his Premier League and Manchester
Finally, the
United
deal
debut.
got done. I was slamming on it on TikTok as well. How like
multiple times.
is this deal gonna happen? Please, for the love of God!
Congratulations, your club made a signing.
A very good signing at that.
They made 2.
Yes. Also, if you did not hear, Manchester United have signed Odion Igalo from China.
Yeah, the ex-Watford striker. Let's
So-
not praise him like he's some Ballon d'Or future potential. He came from Watford.
I mean, we needed to sign a striker because Rashford's injured and Martial.
He's the best option there was. I didn't even watch this game live. It was at 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed an hour before it started.
You need to get a better sleep schedule.
No, man.
Now he's playing career mode till 4:30 in the morning.
No.
Kepa getting dropped.
What happened to Kepa?
He got dropped.
Good. He's the worst save percentage in the Premier League, Lucas.
Is this a message for Lamps, and you expect him to be back in the line next match?
First off, never call him lamps again. I never want to hear that come out of your mouth. Second off, you can drop Kepa for a game or two, but when you spend a world record fee on a goalie, you can't just toss him aside. This ends one of two ways. Kepa improves and Chelsea stick by him, or Chelsea cut their losses, sell him for 40 million and go, you know what, that was a bad experiment.
Is
Kind
he
of
even
thing.
really worth 40 million at this point?
God, no.
So
I don't like him.
And
no, I don't like. Yeah,
But then again, he has a shaky defense in front of him. Not only has Sadio Mane never lost at Anfield, Alisson, Adrian, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita, Shaqiri, and Salah have also never lost at Anfield.
I mean, to be fair, most of them came at a good time.
Yes, they've all kind of come at the same time, but that's a starting 11 damn near. This is in the Premier League.
Oh,
Yes, this is in the
that's
Premier
important.
League.
Okay,
Premier
yes.
League.
Because I know we made a TikTok about the Mane one, and then people were saying, "Oh, they lost to Chelsea one time." It says in the Premier League on the TikTok.
Reading, people.
A
Reading.
lot of people don't know how to do that nowadays.
It's a tough art. I gotta be honest.
Do you know
Striker
who
no
you
more.
should have signed?
Who?
Javier Hernandez.
Why would we need a washed up Chicharito?
Did you see the recent video of him and his vlog?
Not
The
really.
man was crying that he had to go to the MLS.
Oh, I saw that.
What?
Well, he was crying that his European
Dream
part
is
of his
over.
career is over.
That was I was watching on Reddit. I'm like, this is so sad.
He referred to it as retirement.
Essentially, yeah, he was.
And all that Mary was like, "What are you saying? We're not a retirement league." Like, yes, you are. Face it. The big names go there to just wind
And
down their
like,
career.
yeah, he was like on the phone with his dad and was like saying, you know, our dream is over, our European dream is over, and it's like,
I mean, it is a big deal. Like,
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it's-
especially from guys like Mexico who have big ambitions to be top players.
Yeah, and he's beaten some of the biggest teams in the world. You know, he's had a fantastic career.
The last few seasons may have been
Yeah.
worse than
big,
what you would have
he had
expected.
a big year in the Bundesliga where he put like 25 goals, I think.
And then he dropped off massively.
Yeah,
but
but
you can't take away
He's
that great
always-
year.
He's always going to be the Fergie time
You
Manchester
could
United
have
player.
kept that dream alive, you know.
I don't think we're in the market for Chicharito.
I'm
I'm just upset we didn't sign Victor Wanyama.
Bayern's fullbacks to attack them down the flanks very easily. I know Alphonso Davies. Shout out
He
Alphonso.
won man of the match.
He was fantastic.
Alphonso Davies won man of the match in what is arguably the biggest Bundesliga game this season so far.
We love Alfonso.
Hey, he's from our hometown of Edmonton.
Well,
he was a local
raised.
kid. Well, he's raised here. But, you know, no one expected him to have such an influential role this season at Bayern Munich when he moved. You thought, okay, maybe he'll get loaned out. Maybe he'll play in the B team. He's been a starter week in and week out, playing so well. Good for Alfonso.
He made Upamecano look like a snail.
He's quick. He's very quick. I'm just happy I can say I've seen him live. See if he can go on for big things.
You've seen him live?
Yeah, for Vancouver.
Oh, right. Did
Vancouver
he?
Whitecaps. No, he played like 10 minutes at the end of the game. I was like, cool, Alfonso.
probably-
Big Tim Howard for Colorado Rapids. Quick to talk about
That's
Juventus.
fair, yeah.
Oh, there's so much to say about that match. Though.
Is there?
Yes.
They lose 2-1
Yes.
against a not very good side.
No, that is incorrect. Look, you talk all this praise about Sheffield United. You bust. I'm not going to finish that sentence, but you go crazy about Sheffield United. Verona has been promoted last season, and they're
doing
sixth
good.
place.
They're doing good.
You're fair.
And also, a handful of their
Yeah.
players have
You're
already
fair.
been sold to other Serie A clubs, and they're just there on loan right now. Guys like Gramani, who will be playing for Napoli next season, he's a pretty good center back. That
No, you're fair. You know, they were.
Amrabat,
they-
he's
they
fan-
You
get-
got to
I
give
get-
respect to the teams
They
that are
got
doing
promoted.
good.
They are up to 6th. So, yes, I give you a
Hellas
shout.
Verona.
You had Victor Moses, Lukaku, Ashley Young. Who else we got here? Sanchez. Eriksson came on. Zlatan.
By the way, Eriksson had a sick free kick.
This is just the Premier League in Milan. Mr. Callum Wilson, he did get a goal. You love that man. He's one of your favorite in the Premier League.
He's
Calvert-Lewin.
a decent striker.
I don't know if he's in my starting 11 of favorites. Like, is he in Lucas's Premier League favorite 11? I don't know.
Probably not. Fabio Borini would be in there though.
He doesn't play in the Premier League
Not
anymore.
anymore. He once was.
All-time favorite Premier League players.
Oh yeah, you'd have Barini, Lambert, Balotelli.
I know quite probably Jurgen Klopp will win Manager of the Year, but it should be Mr. Sheffield.
United.
I'm not talking about Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not talking about Sheffield FC. If you know what, we're talking about the Premier League for God's sake, Lucas.
Sheffield United.
Sheffield United. No, he deserves to be the manager this season.
If
bring your
Liverpool
team up-
were not doing
You
as,
bring a team up from the lower division, you get promoted, and then you just do fantastic this year.
I mean, that was Wolves last season
100%
too.
it was.
though.
Yeah, Nuno won.
But Wolves
Nuno
had more
should've won it.
financial backing.
Oh yeah,
compared to this Sheffield United
Their
side.
biggest signing was Phil Jagielka.
Well, now it's Sander Berge.
There was an interview with Pep Guardiola on Sky Sports. It was a one-on-one, and he was saying, "I love my team. It's so good. My team is so good. I'm going to stay here. I want to stay here." News breaks out like an hour later. Manchester City are banned.
Thing adds up.
To be fair, a lot of footballers have offshore bank accounts
Oh,
to avoid
100%.
taxes.
And so do I.
What?
Never mind. Never mind. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I brought this up with you guys.
Yeah.
So me and my coworker got into a very heated argument of who has the better team on paper when healthy, Manchester United or Arsenal.
Fully healthy 11.
Yes.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah. Arsenal.
Okay.
You want to just go through the paper list of players right now?
De Gea versus Bird Leno.
Right now, in my opinion, Leno.
For right now, it has to be Bird Leno.
I'd still say De Gea the better.
Yeah,
keeper
De Gea was.
overall.
He's been saving our ass against, especially against
So
teams like
has Bird
City.
Leno.
I thought Leno's
Defensively, I think your defensive line
Yes,
is better.
100% United's better.
Wan-Bissaka, Maguire.
Now here
they're
comes
stronger.
midfield. He was arguing that our midfield, the midfield
Midfield's
is much better
interesting.
because Bruno Fernandes,
Okay.
Paul Pogba,
Okay.
Scott McTominay, and Fred. Fred's been playing pretty
I
well.
wouldn't start Paul Pogba, but okay.
But I mean, Paul Pogba is still probably one of the best, most talented players in the Premier League,
Yeah.
and he's
He is.
he's more talented than any of the midfielders in Arsenal's whole club.
Lucas Torreira, Guendouzi.
This guy thought Torreira was shit.
Me?
No, my coworker, he's like Torreira shit.
I like Torreira.
And he's saying, "Oh, Fred's garbage." I'm like, I wouldn't even take Fred at Arsenal. Yeah, you would. I think the current Fred,
What about attacking wise though?
Bruno, Pogba.
No.
Oh, front three.
Yeah.
Front. I think Lacazette,
Martial-
Aubameyang.
Pepe.
much better.
Martial, Rashford, and James compared to Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe.
I think that's where they get the edge. Yeah.
I'm going to take Arsenal now. But, like,
Comment
Also,
down
also
below.
Arsenal, you have to pay attention. Manager. I do prefer
Yeah.
Arteta to
Arteta
Ole.
is yes.
Ole's at the wheel and he's not. Doing
I think that's
good.
where I think Ole kind of screws over United a bit. But we'll see how Bruno adapts to the Premier League.
Saka was brilliant.
I
He
think-
got my man of the match. 100%.
I think he's apparently has the most assists by an Arsenal player in a season ever.
Is he?
Ever?
I think he has a record or something now. I have to look at that. I don't know.
Saka?
Yeah. I
Are
saw
you?
something crazy.
Have you heard of
about that.
Thierry Henry?
Saka's got 2 assists this season.
What?
Have you heard of Thierry
Are
Henry?
you serious?
Mesut
I
Ozil?
saw some stupid stat that he had like 10.
I don't.
Even 10, that's not even close to the record. Thierry Henry
Thierry
has the most
Henry.
assists in Premier League history in a season.
What was he reading?
I don't know what you were reading.
I'm so dumb today. Don't listen to me, guys.
We usually don't.
holy.
I have not a clue what you were looking
No,
at.
ignore Wallace.
Okay, so Saka has assisted 8 goals in all competitions this season, 2 more than any teammate. He also has the most assists of any Premier League teenager this season.
So it's teenager.
Teenager.
Okay.
And that's all competitions for the other part. So that's
Yeah.
He has 4
them in Europa League where
Got
they
4
were.
in Europa League.
Yeah.
I mean, if Saka had the most assists in Premier League history,
That was weird.
that would
yeah.
be insane.
Insane.
He'd be touted as the genius of the sport. Create
Lucas,
some chances.
That puts you on 76 points in the Premier League this season. Fun fact for the week was, unfortunately, Manchester United are now mathematically out of the title race.
I didn't even.
So, sorry.
Didn't know we were in it.
Your season dream is over.
We were in it on match day
Liverpool
1.
lose like
Match day 1, we were in the race, and
You
after that, that's it. That's all I can say.
That was my fun fact of the week.
Why do you have to do this to me, man? We're fighting for 5th.
There's a lot of teams fighting for 5th right now.
Let's go.
Okay. United are 9th.
Yeah.
This club is 4th. There's a bit of difference there.
I mean, if you look at Chelsea's goal difference, it's not that good in the
What's
Premier
Chelsea's?
League. It's like +5, I feel. Maybe +9 at most.
They're +9. 4th place teams, you're shit. That's why 4th place in Italy, Atalanta, +31. There you go.
PSG, the
questions,
true
yes.
4-4.
The PSG did draw 4-4. That result
game.
did happen. Do you see that one was?
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh my god.
I mean, they didn't play Mbappe or Neymar, I don't think.
Oh, that explains it.
Haaland. The man is slowly becoming a Champions League legend this season. Of course, he is the top goal scorer in the competition, only 19 years old. And then I was thinking about it, I was watching the game and I was thinking about this. You know in FIFA when you create your own pro and you're creating a center forward, it is Haaland. He's tall, he's quick, he's powerful, he's a great finisher, he's a great passer. He's got it all. Mr. Haaland, you just run this all the way to the end.
Right.
Speaking of a run, he was
Another fun fact.
0.3 of a second slower than the world record for the 60 meters.
That's crazy.
He won the header off the corner kick for PSG, and he went the entire length of the field to get on a counterattack. And it was like, dude, you're doing well. You're doing well, Mr. Haaland.
Insane.
I saw someone make like memes of it where like they like cut out of him running and put in like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, or like Sonic or something. Yeah.
Run, Holland, run.
Cojones. Spuds being spuds.
Yeah. So I was on the toilet while the
He was.
while the first minutes were going on. So can you guys tell me what happened?
Leipzig were just all over Spuds.
But But a weird moment, they substitute Dele Alli. And, you know, he was one of the most creative, most attack-minded players they had on the field. He was definitely not happy to be coming off. He got very angry and threw it with something when he got onto the bench.
Yeah.
Are you gonna talk crap about him for doing that?
No.
I don't think.
I mean,
Why do you think I hate Dele Alli?
Well, you talk crap about Ozil when he did that.
Because Ozil's shit.
Pep's final chance. Will we see a meltdown like we do every year? Was it a red on Maguire?
He did kick him.
He did kick him.
He kicked him.
He knew what he was doing. I don't know if I'd give him a red, though. Nah, what happened?
You got kicked. Didn't
You're
he get
okay.
kicked in the nuts?
That's okay. Things happen.
I mean,
He
Things
purposely kicked him. I don't know.
Greg,
It's not a
Greg, what do you
red.
think? Do you think
It's
it's
not
a
a
red?
I think it could have been red. Yeah.
It could have been, but I wouldn't give it a red.
I think it should have been.
How many son got a red for that shit?
How come my son broke a man's leg?
No, he got a red for kicking someone in the nuts.
That's okay.
I think it should have been a red, to be honest.
Probably should have been, but I'm just like, no, it's okay. Don't give him a red.
So now you say it should have been a red?
Play on. Advantage.
We got a United fan in the house right now.
It's like a little bit of shithousery.
Where's Waz?
It's like a little bit of shithousery.
Is Waz
Kick
just?
a man.
Do you have like an earpiece
Yeah,
and then
VAR
Waz is
is
telling
like-
you? Can you let him speak for once?
Sorry.
I'm praising João Felix
Okay.
because he's a big time player that's getting some more game time after his injury. He's coming
Yeah,
back.
okay.
It's good to see.
I know you don't like listening to us, and we don't like listening to
I'm
you.
just trying
But,
to move. I'm just trying to move the conversation along. It's an interesting point. Sevilla got a huge victory over Getafe.
but so was João Felix scoring? Greg wanted to talk about
João
that.
Felix should be scoring. The man's worth 170 million euros.
So he just came back from injury.
Yeah, he should be at that price point. You should be scoring from the hospital bed, like pop him with a header and get back in, kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Sevilla,
And I
like
thought I
wor-
said some weird stuff.
Sevilla.
You do say weird stuff. You just said Liam. Never mind.
Leon Goretzka can score a goal.
Okay, why are you playing Leon Goretzka though?
Yeah, it's
He came on.
I know, but he doesn't really play striker. Does
No,
he?
I'm not saying they play
plays-
striker, but I'm
plays
saying
center
he
mid.
can take a goal.
Yeah, a lot of players can.
I'm looking at goal scoring. They're not going to rely on a center forward for goal scoring. It's going to come from around the
When I'm
field.
thinking
now.
of goal scoring, I'm not thinking of Leon Goretzka.
He has one goal in the Bundesliga, one goal in the Champions League.
This year.
Yeah.
I'm saying last year.
But how do you compare him to Lewandowski?
I'm not comparing to Lewandowski. There is no comparison to Lewandowski.
Then why are you bringing his name up for goal scoring?
Because
they're
Bayern
gonna
Munich are going
need
to
it.
go for the next month
They're-
without a bona fide center forward.
They're missing their
He's not a
best.
center forward.
Oh my god, what are you not understanding here? I'm not saying Goretzka's playing center forward.
Okay.
I agree with Liam.
I'm
now.
saying they're not going to be playing with a center forward. So goals are going to come from the midfield, from the wingers.
I mean, there could still be a center forward.
Yeah, they can. Thomas Muller is more than capable.
We're just
But Thomas
saying their
Muller is
best
not
striker is
Lewandowski.
missing, so they're gonna need that extra help
From
to
around.
score.
No, I understand that, and they're more than capable of doing that.
yes, that's what we're saying.
I don't.
Yes.
What are you not comprehending
I
here?
don't, I don't know why you're singling out Leon Goretzka.
I think he could come into the side and do a good job.
Yes, we know that, but come on, Gnabry.
Kinsey Coleman's injured.
Okay, Gnabry. He's been playing pretty well.
Yes, and he will score. I'm not saying he won't score.
We're just saying the top goal scorer
Please
is missing.
Send help. Straight red for
Mm-hmm.
Ramos. The man goes hand in hand with red cards, basically.
The thing is, like, what's better there? Losing Ramos for the next round,
Or going down another goal?
going down another goal?
Oh.
In the split second you have to make that challenge, I don't think you're weighing all the options. I think you're kind of like,
Should I tackle him, get a red card, or should they score?
well, I mean, I know that sometimes the commentators are like, oh, you know, why would he make that silly mistake? Well, you know what? He sees an opportunity to possibly reach the ball. He lunges in. Jesus is very quick on the ball. He's got quick feet, and you know what? He pushed it just far enough so there's no contact for the ball. Olympic Lyon.
Lyon versus Juventus.
Which was arguably the bloodiest match in Champions League history.
The lit died.
Yeah.
Stood on. Just blood.
And
blood
then someone
everywhere.
like ripped a tendon in their, I don't know.
It was Dybala. There was
The
like a
Yeah.
ball's
bunch of,
elbow was just bleeding.
Yeah.
after the loss to Chelsea, they haven't lost a game.
Yeah.
Unbeaten FC, some may say.
No. Name a single person who said unbeaten FC.
Hugh Quizzy.
Hugh Wizzy can piss off. That's ridiculous.
I mean, they're unbeaten this decade.
So is Liverpool.
No, they're not. They lost to Atletico
That
Madrid.
doesn't count.
It's
In the Prem.
no, it's telling all competitions they're unbeaten. It's facts.
Disgusting.